How beautiful is language?
The mountain is not called a mountain, it is called a green, crooked sea. It is not called a sea, it is called an abyss. Clouds have been around for a while. The wind is blowing. The sun is called a floating light. The moon is called Wangshu, the bamboo is called Yuli, the sky is blue, and the falling snowflakes are called Hansu. The wine is called Luxia. The rising sun is called stopping copper. The nearby Banhua is also called Chujing.
How romantic is language?
When feeling lonely, you may feel disconnected from the past and the future and contemplate the world. Lonely and weeping. The following regrets are about things, not people. What came to mind was that the face of the person was gone, and the peach blossom was still a little spring breeze, and I went to Yinghua to understand this sentence, and there was no way to eliminate it. Only then did he frown. But in my heart, Yuan has a place, and Yuan is the most beautiful. The language is. The expression of feelings is languages dare to convey. Discussing it. As reported by Sen Chunhui, Sister Dan has a true taste in her heart, and she pities the world. Parental heart, this is the love of parents hidden in the language. Confident of the sea. If the end of the world is next to each other, don't worry about the road ahead without knowing yourself, and no one in the world knows you. This is the friendship imprinted in the language. The life and death of the country are based on profit. Do you avoid it because of misfortune and fortune and enter China without regrets in this life? In the afterlife, he is still planting flowers. The feelings of home and country in the hearts of every Chinese. Hey classmate, what do you think about language? The language developed from ancient oracle bone inscriptions, shaping a vibrant Chinese culture over millennia. For example, the home includes a cover head representing the house and a stone representing the vermilion. The family wishes food, clothing, happiness, and stability for these many people. Language, like a heart, is essential for humanity. He is a celebrity film and television, a proud and happy character, and it is also the practice of countless people with lofty ideals to gallop on the battlefield to serve the motherland. There are such broad minds as Wu Lu Dupo, who froze to death, and there are also loyal monarchs, patriotism, and responsibility for the filial piety of the thief's henchmen, who wish His Majesty to get rid of his subordinates. The poplar tree is really extraordinary. I praise the poplar tree as this and praise the strong and unyielding quality of the people in the national liberation struggle, which carries the pride and ambition of countless Chinese sons and daughters. Though subtle and introverted, we employ expressive techniques to beautifully package the article, yet, delving into the vast world of language reveals more. How can that simple and deep emotion not give your soul a shock? The language uses his subtlety and profundity. It captivates me and countless Chinese descendants. That, to me, is language. Classmate, what do you think about language?
Read 10,000 books and travel 10,000 miles. In my eyes, language is a lighthouse, which illuminates my learning path, because language, nature is full of vitality, and the silence of nature conveys a rich philosophy of life. Because language life is full of poetry, it is also full of freshness and fun in the calm day after day. Language fills life with romance and fun. I believe language reflects others' successes and challenges. I've seen difficulties in distance studying in Song Lian's and Qin and Jian's stories. I salute the dedication and devotion that has been done after death. Zhuge Liang's teacher is a table. I appreciate the feelings of family and country that worry first, and then enjoy not being sad for myself. Fan Zhongyan's optimism, I understand Su Shi's fear, and the detached and expansive language of Renping's life always illuminates my heart. guiding me to become a more mature person. In my eyes, language is a whole life. He told us that life is like a practice. When we are proud, we can see all the Chang'an flowers one day, and when we are difficult, we will pour a new turbid wine glass. But there is no turning back on the trek of life. We must embrace the strength of 90,000 miles of wind and evidence. No sudden storms, just honest fluctuations, finding humor in life. Perhaps that's language's essence.
Classmate, what do you think about language? Language carries me to breathtaking landscapes like Lushan Waterfall, where I connect with nature's beauty and tranquility. In King King's Pavilion, I immerse myself in the songs of nature, feeling the harmony between the mountains, rivers, and the sky. On Mount Tai's summit, I shout about reaching the top to see the mountains, using Shaoyuan as a historical guide to reflect on the past and present. From Chuyuan's sorrow for the country's loss to Yufei's eagerness for battle, I immerse myself in these ancient stories. The ambition to serve the country, from the life since ancient times, who has not died, leaving Dan to take care of the sweat. I read Wen Tianxiang's Death at Home. The language is Yan Jinxing's words, Li Bai's poems, Su Shi's words, Yu Qiuyu's thousand-year-old sigh, and Chao Shuqin's dream of the Red Mansion. Language is a poetic pure land for me, allowing me to live in this complex and chaotic world. Start a peach orchard, plant peaches, nurture spring's freshness, and grow a fulfilling life. The talk under the fish scales is not a clear spring. It is red in the sky, crushed in the green shade, precipitating a rainbow-like dream. For me, language is a clear spring that carries our dreams. Chinese is a subject that needs to be enriched and accumulated to be able to gain gains, and it is also a subject that needs practice to have a sense of it, and it requires us to accumulate more in our daily life, read more, and practice more. While it may seem shallow initially, practice alone is not sufficient. Accumulation is key. Yang Jiang believed that understanding life is essential for reading, not the other way around. Reading should be intertwined with life experiences, and the knowledge gained should guide our actions. Books are like guiding beacons throughout our journey. They are not just sources of knowledge, but also wisdom. They taught me to think, choose, and persevere, and that life's meaning goes beyond material abundance.
Spiritual abundance and inner fulfillment. In my opinion, if my parents gave me my first life, then language gave me a voice. When I was young, although my brain was always full of fantasies, and I can't put it into words and words. As I read and write again and again, I began to have a logical system of my own, and the sparks of thinking were gathered, and my thoughts gradually changed, becoming lines of text, and I was able to come to this world. Whenever I gaze at the misty world and feel bewildered, ancient poems and articles flood my thoughts. It dispelled the cold and wet mist for me and illuminated the way forward. In my opinion, Chinese is not only a subject but also an elder, leading me to keep moving forward on the road of life, chasing light and dreams. In my eyes, Yuan is not only a science but also an art. Art, first of all, is to be beautiful. For example, when we read Su Shi's Chibi Fu, the breeze on the river and the bright moon in the mountains are the endless treasures of the Creator. Such a beautiful picture scroll is not only the beauty of the world, but also the beauty of language and the beauty of words. When we read the novel, the joys and sorrows of the characters are full of smiles. It's all about the beauty of human nature. And what art really carries is culture. When we are reading, what we read is not only a line of cold words, but also countless living souls over the centuries, their once warm thoughts and sincere feelings. So when we try to understand these ideas and resonate with them, a bridge across time is built. It's the culture that really carries the bridge. On the bridge, we learn the language and imitate countless philosophers to have a dialogue. And through our learning, language and culture can only be in a healthy environment. To continue, pass on and develop, human civilization is also progressing in language. And what Chinese really brings us is not only grades and Chinese characters, but also a way to understand the world. When we read essays, we are understanding the logic of others, and when we write, we have our own thoughts and feelings as young people. In every process of learning a language, what we read and write will have a profound impact on our future. In the process of learning the language, our thoughts are gradually enriched, our insights are gradually deepened, and we become more and more mature people. Only when we put what we have learned in language in our lives and in practice can we also achieve real growth.